Okay, so we are back with another Haboob game. This time we have Street Pete in red as the Mongols versus Andre with the Ethiopians in blue. And for those of you who don't know, this map is Haboob, which looks like this. If you look at the mini-map, you have this big ring of wood around the outside, but you can't wall it in very easily until later in the game once you've chopped a bit of it. And besides that, you have these big patches of wood in the middle, two of them here. And besides that, it's an extremely open map, so nowhere to hide really. It's usually very open. Some players might try and wall the middle or wall in little wood lines around here, but generally you see a lot of laming going on, you see a lot of aggression. There's definitely no settled meta for this map yet, at least as far as I know. If you know, then put it in the comments or let me know on Twitch. But yeah, all the resources are pretty standard. You start with 2 boars, you got your golds, your backup golds over here, and your stone, and of course your sheep as well, which you can scout. So Andre coming forward already to scout his opponent. It's pretty easy to find where your opponent is. Once you find these 2 wood lines, you basically know that your opponent is going to be directly between those on the other side of the map, so no big surprises there. Street Pete looked like he was following Andre's scout there, but Andre just gonna scout around here. I think this is one of these maps that's a bit like Socotra, where there's no like gentleman's agreement about not laming. Like on Arabia or Runestones, you don't lame generally. Certainly the high level guys don't. If you're playing at my ELO, and I lost 60 ELO last night, it was absolutely brutal. Just yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But some nice gestures here. Goats being sent back. I got lamed a lot. And yeah, it just wasn't fun, but there you go. And there was also a match where, I could have lamed, I was scouting and found 2 sheep, and I sent them back to the guy. No good deed goes unpunished, and this is it. Will Blue live to regret that? Will that single goat, end up costing him the game? In terms of ELO, Andre, I think, is about 100 ELOs higher, and he's obviously famous from his 100-hour game against Rubenstock, which got some press recently. What's that, about 2 weeks ago now? So that was a big deal. Anyway, in terms of attacking or military, no one's doing anything, just gathering their food. House coming up here for Andre. Was he housed? About to be housed, so good timing here. And it's probably going to go out and build a lumber camp here and hopefully find his 2 goats. Hopefully he doesn't think that Red found those. And he's going to push in his ostrich now. And yeah, needs to find these goats. I don't think Red is going to find them for him unless, well, let's see, maybe he will. But yeah, the wood on this map is like particularly vulnerable, right? Either take it here, which is difficult to wall, or you take it here, which is closer to your opponent, and also quite far from your TC, unless you go here, for example, but still kind of far, like villagers walking back if it becomes exposed. It's not ideal. So let's see what Red does with... Aww. So he's sending them back immediately, so that's very sweet. Very, very sweet of him. And yeah, we should see everyone ending up with all of their hunt and everything. So we'll see what they go into. In terms of the civs, and there's 2 more right here, so I wonder if Red will find those as well. A little bit sloppy from Blue actually not to have scouted those, but maybe he's just relying on Red to do it for him, and he's just like super high IQ efficiency, letting Red do his work for him. So pretty nice there. Yeah, so nothing crazy happening. Red electing to go and take wood here in this vulnerable spot, which will maybe be easier to wall as the game goes on, whereas Blue is gone for this safer wood early. Yeah, I'm just thinking how the Civ matchups will play into this. So Ethiopians are an archer Civ, maybe the best archer Civ, except perhaps for Britons. And then Mongols are just an overall strong Civ. They can do a really good scout rush. They have extra line of sight on their scouts and light cav, which makes laming really easy for them. But also it just means that they can kind of find where your villagers might be if it's on an open map like this and get some damage. And obviously scouts are just super annoying on open maps and on closed maps. Well, not on arena, but on more closed maps, let's say. And yeah. Blue going out to gold, which is telling me that he will eventually be going for archers, perhaps a men-at-arms rush first. Men-at-arms seems to be becoming more of the meta these days. Red now beginning to go for some walls. He has 6 on wood, none on gold. He's in feudal, and what are we going to see? A stable immediately with 2 bills, so we're going to see some scouts out of the Mongols player, which I like. Blue is exposed. We'll see if he can scout this and see what's going on. Blue now just getting his barracks up, and should be in time once he hits feudal age. Maybe the timing going to be slightly off there, but not going to make a huge deal. So yeah, Red just walling out a little pen for himself here. I think like the way they've approached this is kind of backwards. I would have expected that the Ethiopian player would have gone for safer wood, because he should be expecting scouts to come. He'd want to go for a wood line that's easier to wall. And maybe maybe Street Pete, who's obviously playing against the archers, who maybe didn't want to go for a little wood line like this, which is maybe more exposed. But I've seen in so many pro games and everything, as we see this getting walled in, we've seen in so many pro games that archers just walk around the whole edge of the map. Still, there's goats down here that haven't been taken, so a bit sloppy. Archers walk all the way around the map and just snipe vills here, and then it's a long walk back to the TC, so maybe actually it's better to just go here. Also, you can drop a tower if you feel like you're in trouble, and it's okay. So we see an archer range immediately for Blue, which makes sense, and he is building up his archers while the... oh, he's actually going to steal these, is he? Wow, okay, so the friendship ended in feudal age, and now there's some laming. He's building up a good few scouts. I would like to see these try get some, you know, damage. There's exposed vills here. They're not doing anything. Okay, now he's going forward, so tiny waste of time there, tiny bit of inefficiency. And he's going for an outpost here, obviously to see where the scouts are coming. And is he just going to drop another lumber camp here, or is he going to break open a wall and get in? If he breaks open a wall, it's going to be quite inefficient. Scouts are coming in now. Yeah, nice play here. Realized you couldn't go too close to the TC. Now there's a spear out for Blue. And yeah, he's going for a second lumber camp here, which is obviously what he needed to do. Seeing that his opponent is going scouts, so knows that he can just wall them in and not be at risk of getting ranged or whatever. But now needs to get walls up, so we'll see how he goes about doing that. Yes, some very small walls coming, but he should be safe back there. And the scout's not doing much, and I think he should probably stop production, because once there's enough archers and spears out, he will not be able to engage and will need to go for skirmishers, which he is adding behind, so that's a nice play. He has his blacksmith up as well, and he's probably going for fletching, which you definitely want to get with your skirmishers, especially if your opponent is getting fletching for his archers. But yeah, nice counters here, but no real attacks coming. Like, I want to see these armies coming forward together. Can definitely cause some disruption with the skirmishers, if not kill any villagers, definitely get some idle time. But yeah, Blue just happy. Oh, this is Red now getting fletching. Blue, I'm not sure if he has... He's gone for his own stable and is now going for scouts, so obviously wants to clear up these guys. So both players investing quite heavily into... Nice wall there. Now garrison. Okay. So both players going heavily into feudal age aggression. So I think Blue, noticing that Red kind of invested heavily into his scouts and into skirms, so thinking that he probably has to try and invest a bit more now to defend against this, which is fine. It's a good play. Now has all these archers and probably just wanting to get another scout out and then try and engage. Where are his spears? Spears out here, so I would like if there was a spear hanging around here, but all the aggression coming from Red, so that's good play by him. If for nothing else than like just distracting Blue and getting in some value by causing idle time. There's still a weak villa out here which could get sniped at some stage, but yeah. And Blue just kind of guarding this area, and I think this will be fine, although he just has to keep an eye on this the whole time. Skirmishers trying to attack the archers, archers trying to attack the scouts, spearmen out here not doing anything. So yeah, we're going to see some dancing here. Red has obviously taken this hill and will get better trades when he's up on the hill with the bonus damage. Meanwhile, Blue is fine at home, really, except, I mean, he's still able to take all his resources. Gold is a bit exposed, but it's okay. There's gold out here if it gets really bad. But I don't think anyone has taken any bad trades here. You know, just microing around each other, basically. And maybe this guy's here to... Oh, lots of more skirmishers coming for red. So a big investment into Castle Age, or into Feudal Age, excuse me. So no one's going to be going up to Castle Age anytime soon. It would still be kind of a close... well, red, I think, taking a good engagement here. Can whittle down the archer numbers. Where are the spears is what I want to know. Okay, blue actually getting the better engagement there. And these skirmishers now have to run away because there are enough scouts hanging around. Red, however, has walled up the front. I would like to see him finish that wall with maybe a gate just here. That would be fine. But blue, if he walked around, could probably get some damage out here. Very heavy on gold is red. Now getting a market, probably needs to balance his economy. Oh no, he's doing okay in terms of balance. But here are the archers and should be able to get some damage on this wood line. Skirmishers are here though, so not going to get too much. This scout might go down to skirms, which would be very sloppy. Yeah, sloppy from blue there, losing a scout, but still fine. Still going to continue to produce archers here. And red, still going to produce skirmishers. So everyone's staying committed. I don't know about this from blue. Like, why does he feel that he needs to take this house down like so urgently? He could run through. It's exposed here. There are some scouts back here, so maybe he feels he can't go in like super heavy. But let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting to see how the and this was open. Okay, so it's gonna be interesting to see how the Mongol player reacts, because you know the Mongols can kind of go into a few different things. I mean, they could make siege to counter the archers, and they have great siege later on in the game, though it's tough to get to. Will they go into the unique unit Mangadai? They can go into just normal cav archer. They can go into archers themselves. Definitely, I think we're going to see elite skirm once he goes up. Red now idling his TC to try and go up to Castle Age. Scouts getting some good damage on the skirms, but the scouts come in. I think red will be happy just to trade away some skirms for these archers. Yeah, big ball of Ethiopian archers upgraded to crossbow can end the game. So some nice micro here. Yeah, just 3 archers. Think red is safe enough for now. These archers aren't going to get any damage. Might disrupt this stone a bit. But maybe scouting this, he's going to see, okay, he's going to go for a castle and go for Mangadai. Castle drops are very easier to perform on this map just because you're so close. If you get up to Castle Age and you kind of have the army lead from Feudal Age, you can just drop a castle straight away. And scout goes down. Great defense there from red. But great defense by blue as well. He defended at home and then is pushed across the map. And I wonder when he switched to a stone here, did he see that red was on stone and then like decide to switch it up? Anyway, looking at what red is going for, he is getting the bloodlines upgrade, which is increasing the HP on your mounted units. So that will obviously apply to anything from the stable, but also to Mangadai and other cav archers. He's getting the stable now. This is probably... Well, he already has a stable, so maybe... It's 2 stables, so maybe he's going to go into knights instead of going into Mangadai. He's still... Well, he has 4 on stone. So maybe he thinks once he gets up to Castle Age, he can just buy the rest of the stone and then drop a castle if he wants to. Blue, meanwhile, is going to try and build up his stock of archers again. So, yeah, he lost all his archers for not much value. It didn't kill any vills. Basically traded his archers against trash units, which is not ideal. I'm not sure if he even got so much intel on red to see if he was going for stone. He saw that, so maybe expecting Mangadai, and he can just say, okay, crossbow will fix that. As we see them both hit Castle Age at roughly the same time. Now, what's going to be the play? Blue has enough for a castle. He's dropping a TC instead here on the front. Now coming out with his archers. Red skirmisher's a bit out of position. Like, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish here. Maybe afraid of blue sneaking around, but blue's just got to come straight up the middle and see the knight straight away. So maybe feeling a bit more relaxed that we see 8 guys here, so these can one-shot villagers. Red sees it though and comes back and should now bring his skirms forward. And is he going for the elite skirm upgrade? No, he's not. He's going to commit into knights. And it's going to give some HP away for free, but we'll be able to run around and be annoying with the knight here. So, yeah. Let's see. I don't think blue can really push in further while these skirms are here, and certainly if a few knights come in, They have the first armor upgrade, and he'll need to wait a bit before he can get the second one. He need to sacrifice production of knights before doing that. He's idling his town center. He was idling his town center there for a second, so now he's back to making bills. Gets a castle up at home, and what is he going to do with that? Is he going to go into Mangudai? I don't think Mangudai are fantastic against crossbow, honestly. Not until they have all their upgrades. Obviously they can use their mobility, but I think crossbows pack more of a punch. But this is a nice castle. It's keeping the gold safe, it's keeping the stone safe. But yeah, Blue's still able to range here. And he's getting some Vil kills, so nice play there by Blue. I wonder if he's going to try and invest into a university. Red identifying the weak spot at the back with these walls, and we'll just try and go for some kills. I think some of these knights are very weak, but now he's going to attack these palisades and try and get some value. Don't think he should get in, but Blue needs to repair or at least build something behind. Doesn't matter in the end because Blue arrives with crossbow. Now there's more crossbow here. So maybe this castle in the end could have been positioned slightly better. Maybe just back here maybe, so it would protect the gold more completely. Because Red can't take gold on this side. Going for a siege workshop now is Red. And Blue continuing to make archers, going for a castle of his own. I doubt we're going to see any Shotel warriors, but if we did, definite style points. Alright. Red, on the other hand, still going for knights. Absolutely nothing wrong with going knights as the Mongols. They do have a good stable. They don't get paladin, but yeah, Blue just being annoying here with these 8 crossbow. Able to just snipe villagers on this gold, and I wonder how many he's gotten. I'm going to check some laughing going on here. Maybe there's some dirty dancing happening here. Or maybe some lions getting involved. But yeah, it is being annoying with the knights back here, and Blue will have to focus on this. Have to focus on a lot of things. Blue going back to this wood line, hoping to get some damage, as Red has his first Mangudai out and now has a Mangonel on the field, which should help to secure this spot. So Red probably going to switch out of Knights now and into Mangudai. We see up on the top left he has this production of Mangudai going, so maybe Mangudai Skirm is the way to go. And then it might force the Ethiopian player to switch into more skirms of his own. But certainly anyone's game at this stage. In terms of Vils, Blue has a big lead. Not big lead, what's that, 12, 14? 14 villager lead. And will lose these crossbows on the front, but did get a lot of damage with them. And Red hopefully getting some damage here, but no. Some weird pathing going on, obviously not able to micro at the same time. And we see these crossbows go down, but they got a lot of value, got a lot of Vil kills. And I want to see Red just wall up the front, like he's letting Blue just kind of stroll in directly into his base, which I don't like. And his castle is at the back, which means he can't take this wood. He's now going for a university here, which I guess is to get ballistics for the Mangudai. Mangudai, when you get a big ball of them, just like any cav archer, it's ridiculously hard to beat. I think Veles demonstrated that yesterday, spoiler alert. But yeah, town center now coming up on this wood for Blue, which I really like, so he chopped enough in order to be able to fit a town center. So that's nice from him. And a siege workshop coming up for Blue, so maybe some scorpions to counter the cav archers. Obviously going for a Mangonel is more difficult because cav archers can dodge very easily with their increased mobility. Yeah. Red continuing to make Mangudai, now getting the husbandry upgrade, which gives them greater speed. Blue now getting some monks and just going for more of a boom. He's now 20 villagers ahead, so definitely ahead in the game, I would say. How he's going to deal with Mangudai, I'm not sure, but Ethiopian Arbalest, I think, will do just fine. Yeah, but both civs getting very good siege. I think they both get siege onager. Mongols obviously get drill, which makes their siege faster, which can be very annoying. What is annoying as well is Mangudai running around at the back of your base, and you have to constantly garrison your guys, and it's just, yeah, a nightmare. What's this, a watchtower coming up for Blue, so I like this. I think tower defense might be the way to go. He is floating some stone, but his villagers are not taking, well, the villagers that were taking it now have the tower here. There's knights coming in. Knights can obviously sit underneath the towers. We see some monks trying to get conversions. And yeah, not enough crossbow for Blue, so maybe making a mistake and being so aggressive. As I say this, he sends more down here, but not going to get any damage there. Too much defense here. Like, he's pushing into this like danger zone, like where there's siege and a tower and Mangudai. So I'm not sure what he's really trying to accomplish there, but he's now going for his own university, I guess, realizing how important ballistics is going to be. Red just with his 1 TC going at the moment. I'd like to see a TC coming up here. These villagers are obviously going to be a bit inefficient. Maybe a tower could be nice. He's still on stone, so he could do it. But yeah, he definitely has enough for a tower now. TC here would be very nice, but yeah. Red is building up his army, but blue is building up his eco. So we'll see if that, I mean, it's like almost 30, it's a 30 vil lead. 30 vil plus lead for blue. And red just letting him do it. Like, if you... Red with this mangonel just hiding, just camouflage. Red just letting him do it. Like, if you have this army of Mangudai, which you've invested in, like, they are expensive to upgrade, then you should probably use it. And they have the mobility. You have that advantage, so you should be in around here sniping around. There is some siege at the back here for blue, but I don't think that's going to be particularly efficient against the Mangudai because they get a bonus against siege. It's a mangonel. I mean, players of this level should be able to dodge mangonel shots with Mangudai and take them out. Blue now going for a 4th TC on this stone, so I really like this, moving out to his extra resources. We haven't seen it that much in some of the games. Players kind of just maybe afraid and want to stay in this kind of nuclear zone around their original TC. But the Mangudai coming in now, and blue will of course see this with his outposts, immediately garrisons the TC. It obviously just keeps on looking at the misclick there, but a villager goes down, and this is what blue needs to do. Not take these bad shots here or get converted. Nice snipes. Instant conversion there, crazy. Meanwhile, blue sweeping in with crossbow, able to snipe fills. So yeah, both players kind of adopting the same approach. Just trying to get raids in. Blue, I think, probably knows he's ahead. Since he's been in Red's base so much, he knows he doesn't have that many cav archer. Also, or not cav archer, that many town centers. Also, the score will tell him just how far ahead he is. But Red doing the right thing, and I think Red ends up getting more damage there. These crossbow coming home, and blue is now up to the Imperial Age. But Red has already hit the Imperial Age, so maybe we'll see a forward castle and some trebs. We're seeing some show tells. Get hype. Look at this beautiful unit. Has the armor upgrade. What is he going to do with them? Okay, he's going to let him know he's here. He's going to destroy this lumber camp. Fair, fair. But yeah, see how quickly these show tells are taking down the lumber camp. Beautiful stuff. Not much going on in the rest of the map for now. We're going to try, yeah, show tells versus Mangudai. You know, not doing terribly. Might want to engage. Yeah, definitely gonna force some micro out of Red. And all these Mangudai together should take down the Shotels. Yeah, Shotel. Oh, Shotel is very fragile but very powerful. They're like if demolition rafts were infantry unit, I would say. But now we have the first trap coming out and able to pressure blue's castle here. But I think once blue gets to Imperial Age, converts upgrades all of his crossbow into Arbalest, he is going to be doing just fine. Should be able to push all of this back, even the mangonels. I don't think Red is going to get the Onager upgrade anytime soon. No, he's just focusing on getting more trebs. Maybe would have liked to seen him not trickle treb and just wait, but blue's army is going to crush this, I think, even if it's just Arbalest. Yeah, Ethiopian Arbalest are no joke. He has 4 range production. He has 4 TCs. He has 106 mils and Red has 56. So definitely better play there by blue. So he's not going to march straight down the middle where he could clean everything, I think, if he wanted to. Instead, he's just going to go around, casually get the upgrades on the way, and I think he's just going to arrive here and it will be GG. So going for a more unorthodox GG approach. Should be able to repair this castle forever. Red afraid of running in, obviously respecting the Arbalest, knows that they're going to be able to one-shot anything he has. But yeah, let's see how he responds here. I'm going to switch to Red's point of view. He is getting a castle up there. It's not going to be in time, I believe. Arbalaster here. How many dead bills? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would call that value. I would say that's worth it. 37 vils for red and 114 vils for blue. So yeah, blue definitely in a good position. Arbalest can now come in here and do just fine, even in those low numbers. Took out all the siege, lost some guys too, but is now repairing behind. He might lose this castle, but red is dead. Red is dead, dead, dead. Are these Mangadai upgraded? No, they are not. And this ball here can now come in from the back through this little palisade, and it is all over. We saw show tells, and you know, the game is over. I'm not going to say it was because of the show tells, but definitely struck fear into red, who calls the GG. So an unorthodox, maybe not unorthodox, a very nice GG move there by blue. I think this one will go up to YouTube. There was nice thumbnail opportunities there. So if you're watching on YouTube, please check out the Twitch channel or click like and subscribe. That would be awesome as well. Hope you enjoyed the video.